Bum. It's your boy Big Vern. It's the bottom of the hour. Y'all rocking with the best. I know, that's why y'all here. Before we get into it, we're gonna hit you with a rap break. Y'all know how we do. Give me da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's your boy Big Vern. Coming to you live from the Amp Stupid Studio. We pushing a new album this month. The Clips, Pusha T, and Malice. Let God sort them out. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorite on the track is Chains and Whips with Kendrick Lamar, POV with Tyler the Creator, So Be It, Inglorious Bastards with Ab Lever, So Far Ahead with Pharrell Williams, Let God Sort 'Em Out. Chandeliers with Nas is probably one of the wildest tracks. I mean, just from the way the transition and the beats pick up. And Nas is always gonna bring the rhymes. I'm like, wow. The AR in the Saints' mouth? Come on, bro. Again, we actively listen to hip hop around here. And by the grace of God, that one's heavy too. Clips. Let God Sort 'Em Out. Pusha T and Malice. In stores now. Shout out to Pusha T. Shout out to Malice. Thought the album was dope. Let God Sort 'Em Out. So, gonna go ahead and pivot here. We're gonna talk some Patriots football. Is Vrabel selling? Is he lowering expectations? Or is he selling? Now, at a presser after practice, new head coach Mike Vrabel, he lowered the bar for his rookie season by saying, "What we've tried to tell all the players is right now, I don't know if we're good enough to take advantage of bad football." Wow. If you're a Patriots fan, what do you make of that? Do you think he's trying to give himself an out in case things crash and burn in his first year? That's an honest question. Because he went on to say, if we can just work toward taking advantage of bad football and being good enough to, when somebody makes a mistake, capitalize on it and not be the ones that make the mistakes, and focusing on the little things and the details and helping them do their job, that's a great place to start. End quote. What he's saying, and you have to read between the lines because it's political speak. What he's saying is just because you have all of the old coaches that give you all the warm and fuzzies inside, the guys who were here when we were winning Super Bowls and the city was going crazy and we were running roughshod over the league, just because you see these guys back in the booth and on the sidelines, that doesn't mean we're that good. Doesn't mean we're good enough to make adjustments. That doesn't mean that we're good enough to actually take advantage of people playing bad football and then use that mental mistake against them. Is it smart? Probably. Makes a lot of sense. Especially in his case, it makes a lot of sense. Because you don't want to go ahead and have the fan base all rabid like you promised them something, and all you've done is say, hey, look, we're good, but we're still a work in progress. We're nowhere near being a Super Bowl. Because if you look at it, the kingpin of the division is the Buffalo Bills. So New England has to wrestle the Buffalo Bills for supremacy of the AFC East. Not to mention Aaron Glenn, he's going to go ahead and revive the Jets, hopefully. They've got a passionate fan base. They're not here to lay down. They're not here to kiss the rings. He's going to go ahead and have Justin Fields in his corner, and he's got something to say about where he wants to throw his hat in the ring. And last time I checked, McDonald is down there in Miami, fins up, hashtag fish gang. gang, fish, gang. They still have Tyreek Hill. They still have Tua Tagovailoa. They still have playoff aspirations. And that's what you're looking at. That's the complete picture of the AFC East. Yes, it hasn't been the most competitive division in football. However, when you all play each other twice, that's half your schedule. So he's out here saying, hey, look, we may not be able to capitalize on bad football within the AFC East, but we just got to wait and see. We're not that good yet. However, I'm not sitting there saying that they are one way or the other. If you really follow the pod, everything New England was doing, I was in favor of. I was really high on him, all of his hires, the people he was bringing in. Hell, I'm still high on it. And I'm not a New England fan. And I know I kid Drake mayonnaise. I kid Drake mayonnaise all the time. But number one, I don't want to see that kid get hurt. Number two, I just want to see good football. And if he's promising that that's what the fans of New England is going to get, then I can, like I said, you have to take him at his word. He's an honest broker. Tell you what, we'll take a quick 20. And then when we get back, we'll go a little deeper into it. This is Big Vern. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the Absolute Studios. We pushing another rap album this month. Raekwon, The Emperor's New Clothes, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Berry Hill. Pomegranate is Wild with Inspector Det. Ooh-wee! Wu-Tang Killer Bees, my goodness. Then you got Wild Corsicans with Benny the Butcher coming, West Side Gun, you know I've been dying to do that. One Life, 600 School, the guy that plans it, the heavies, the Amaretta with Nas. Enough said. It's like verbal intercourse on the first Raekwon album. Oh, Built for Cuban Links, which is a classic. My goodness. Deborah Nightwine, that's out there with Marsha Ambrose. She's highly talented and she don't get enough love. But yeah, that song is crazy. And Mac and Lobster with Ghostface Killer. The Emperor's New Clothes. Raekwon, in stores now. Yo, shout out to Raekwon. Peace to Long Island, doing their thing. Shout out to the Woo, still out here making good music. Get the album's dope. So when we last left off on the other side of the content, we were talking about Vrabel making statements that, hey, look, calm down. We're not going to win a championship right away. We just want to be good enough to take advantage of teams playing bad football. And that's cool because at least he's not delusional. At least he didn't get out of here in some steroid-induced Hulk Hogan promo. What we're going to do, brother? We're going to run out there, brother. We're going to eat their heads, brother. What you going to do when the racism runs wild on you? Oh, God. Oh, man. I know, right? American beard. This dude is selling beard now. My God. But, I got to go ahead and say, tip my hat to Vrabel. At least he's not bullshitting himself. He's got to see something that's on the field that has him a little troubled and things like that. However, he doesn't know what he has until he gets in there and looks up under the hood. And I'm with that, But what I wasn't with when I was looking at this story and, kind of pulling things together, they try to give credit to old Billy B, Bill Belichick. And I'm just like, please. The guy played for him, yes. He had to be some sort of a mentor. I get it. However, that being said, he's not Bill Belichick. He coaches totally different. And what they were trying to do, they were trying to paint up similarities, like how Bill Belichick would always list Tom Brady as probable or being injured, and somehow miraculously Tom would always play. But when you have the situation with Vrabel is his own coach. He's been doing this for a while. He's figured out his staff, who he works with, who he works well with. It's not going to be anything like the Bill Belichick era. So, to quote the great Rick Pitino, Billy B's not coming through that door. His 25-year-old girlfriend is, and she's telling him he's got to stay in the car. Oh my goodness. Again, the mantra of taking over people from playing bad football. Like I said, some of the teams that was mentioned in the article, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Panthers, the Giants and Saints and Falcons. It may be the way the article was written, and because I really disagreed with 3 of those teams that was in that boat. Now, if you're wondering, Miss Karen Grugan, she's the one from Yahoo Sports who referenced that article. She's a very smart woman. She's a brilliant writer. I'm not going to sit there and go down that road. For the Falcons, they'll be a lot better than they were last year with Michael Penix Jr. at QB. Raheem Brock has retooled in the draft on both sides of the ball, and Atlanta looks like a game dog to fight in the NFC South. So the characterization of, it's the Atlanta Falcons of old, and that's the way Karen came across. I was like, I don't think that's accurate. You have Kellen Moore, who just won a Super Bowl, being the OC for the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, I know what you think. Oh, well, it was, the Saints of last year. No, they have a dynamic play caller. Also, they have a quarterback that's a hell of a lot better than Drake May and Tyler Shaw. So even when Derek Carr retired, for people who don't watch college football, I'm telling you, this was a very sneaky good draft. It was a sneaky good draft. Now, the Jets, that may hold up. That may be true because Justin Fields is the starter. Aaron Glenn just started this thing off. He was the former defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. So that's going to be interesting to see how New England matches up against the Jets. As far as Jacksonville, why wasn't they on this list? Jacksonville wasn't on this list at all. They are an abject failure. Jacksonville is an abject failure. How they didn't make this list, I have no idea. And then to jump over Miami, come on now. Miami's not going to win anything in the AFC East. Yeah, they got hopes and they got dreams. They'll blow out weak teams, but teams with a winning record, they don't stand a chance. If anything, the Patriots better be lucky that they may be a winning team, because if they aren't, they're going to get embarrassed. The Giants, I don't even know why that game came up. I mean, they've got Jackson Dart, but again, they have an aging QB room. They brought in Russell Wilson and they brought in Jameis Winston. That's pretty much kind of really trying to go ahead and groom Jackson Dart to be a better locker room guy, or to be a locker room guy, to be a leader in there. So we'll see how that plays out. But I don't think that Vrabel was selling. I think he was just trying to get the Patriot faithful to calm down, because they went from excitement that he got hired. They went just crazy when he was bringing guys back from the glory years for the Patriots, and then out of nowhere, now we're talking about second round of the AFC playoffs. It doesn't work like that. And I think him keeping everybody focused, that's a good thing. Let's just stay focused. Let's focus on what we got to do, and we might win a couple of games. If you're a Patriots fan, you know the drill. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know, did we get it right? What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back.